Welcome back to STRATCAST, a pure romance podcast created just for consultants. My name is Alexa, and I'm here with...
I'm Heather Erb. I'm on your communications and strategy team here at Pure Romance.
And we've got a special guest today. You might remember her from our sexual wellness episode that we did.
We love her.
We love her. Say hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Okay, so she's really silly too.
No. So this is Stacy Burkheimer, and I'm really excited to be here. So thanks, guys, for having me back.
Well, we love having you because your mind and the consultant brain and how you work and do what you do is incredible. So, you know, I have to ask, what have we been up to? I know it's only been like a couple weeks or so,
So I have like an obsession with fall.
No.
And, yeah, no, I know. It's shocking, right? So I have given myself permission to decorate as of September 1st. So my house looks like a pumpkin threw up on it, but it's fine.
Can I come over?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Does it smell like pumpkin?
It does, of course. Bath and Body Works gets me every dang time.
Dude, me too. Stacy, how about you?
Yeah, it doesn't get me.
It doesn't?
No, I'm not a bath and... I only know Pure Romance products. And so the thought of going into somewhere else is like I'm cheating on them or something.
Well, we need candles.
Yeah. Well, we had candles at one point.
But
these ones are...
No, I get it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
We live on the side.
But I do
devoted, loyal.
It's the only thing I know how to do right. So, but I do love, love this time of year. It is why I moved to Cincinnati.
Oh.
No, seriously, seasons.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely, in Texas, I saw the devil one time and I knew it was time to move. Like it was so hot. And so now just having that nice cool air, I've already got, the beautiful flowers. And then for anybody that remembers the Carol Tuttle stuff, I'm a type 3.
Yes. This is our season.
I wear fall all the time. So.
Yes.
But my birthday also.
Yeah.
So
When's
it's
your
the end of
birthday?
September.
What
the
day?
end of September.
What day?
If anyone wants, the 28th.
Okay. Everyone write that down.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a good time of year.
Yeah. I'm a type 3 and I shop for myself, but I've been shopping for my little man a little bit more because he is growing a little out of control at this point. Like I think
he's so cute.
He's like 3-4 months and he's already wearing like 6 to 9 months and I'm like this kid's gonna stand like way over everyone, and I'm not ready for it. Okay, let's not get too emotional. Let's get right down to it, because you know what? I swear I blinked and it became September. Like I feel like I know that we say this every year. Like we're always like, oh, it's September all of a sudden. But the year always seems to speed up, and then you get right to September, right to this fall season that Stacy loves, and then it slows down. Like everything kind of slows down, except for a consultant's business, right? So this episode is a little tongue-in-cheek. Pumpkin Spiced Latte, or PSL Your Fall Biz.
And love it. So cute.
It's a little, of course, the communications gal has to love it. We like to put a nice little spin on these things. But so what in the world do we mean by when we say PSL Your Business? Well, the PSL, or a Pumpkin Spiced Latte, is the it factor when it comes to fall. It's the drink that really transitions us into the season, and it's sometimes a little too early to a lot of people's complaints.
Should we tell them we're drinking one right now?
We're drinking iced PSLs right now.
Alexa's adorable and brought us PSLs when we talk about PSLing your business.
And it's like the nitro brew version. So I totally recommend that you guys go out and have one while you're listening to this episode. Go ahead and grab yourself one. So, these PSLs are kind of this transition thing, right? It's like this thing that happens just like Groundhog's Day, like dictates whether it's going to be a long winter or spring's coming, whatever, how that works. So it's the one that hate it or love it. It's associated with this time of year. Fall gets associated with all of these things: leaves, football, leggings, like just comfort, I feel like. And it's like, how can we get in on associating our pure romance business with fall too? Well, that is what this episode is all about. So we're going to hit the must-haves this fall, the must-have products, including demos from Stacy, she is incredible at delivering demos. You're going to have a lot of fun this episode. And we are also going to cover how not to be basic. So
no time for that.
No time to be basic. So from picking up a mission with the company, having fun with fall themes, and warming up your presentation and just switching things up a bit. And of course, we're going to close with a cup of coffee. Having a cup of coffee or sharing the opportunity with someone else is always more fun than just kind of hanging out by yourself. And by the way, all of these details and everything that we're talking about, including how to talk about your biz with the scripts and everything, they are available on your consultant online office. Underneath the training tab, the page for September and October is going to be called Best Life Now. Okay?
Hold up. Do you mean they can go to the page, copy, paste, and be done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I got that right.
Yeah.
That's how easy we're stinking making it.
Yeah. We're
Okay,
trying
good.
to, we just, I want to PSL everyone's business. Okay. So this is how we're going to make it happen. So, Stacy.
Yes.
What can you tell me? Like, what products are you showing at your parties? Like, what are the products that you are the must-haves this season? Like, if someone goes and reaches for their coffee, what are someone going to reach for from their Pure Romance products?
Well, if anyone follows me on social media, every product is a daily grab it type of product. But I do, with the transition, I think it's important just to you don't have to stop showing like top selling products.
Right.
We all love the self tanner. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have not aged one bit this summer.
You just don't age, period,
Well,
Stacey.
thank you. That's vibration, Alexa. Thank you very much.
Well. Oh, all right.
An orgasm a day keeps the wrinkles away.
All right. You heard her straight from
Do
Stacey.
you guys know why we bring her on now? You get it?
Well, just being honest. All right. So I definitely, as a consultant, the Cocoa Glow, because you want to keep that glow all winter long.
Yeah.
And
carry it through.
Absolutely. And, it's safe enough for the face. You can use it anywhere. It's the gradual system.
Mm-hmm.
What I love to do at a party is I just say, what do you hate about self-tanners?
Oh.
And I love to hear what they yell out. What do you guys think are some of the things they yell out?
Stinky.
Orange.
Stains the sheets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, every time.
Right?
It's awful.
I'm a self-tanner junkie, so I've got my complaints.
And this is a staple. This is something they're going to need over and over and over again. So making sure that, you're keeping that summer glow all winter long.
Yes. Okay.
So, some other things that you might want to think about is the Euphoria Shea.
Yeah.
Because what happens to our skin in the wintertime?
Dry.
That's not.
That's
Dry and pale. Like, gosh, help me.
Alexa, I wasn't sure what that noise was, but now I get it.
Oh my
But
God.
exactly, it could be a little dryness in whatever area you were referring to, Alexa, but we're talking about the skin.
Yeah, we have different products for that.
Absolutely, right? But the same concept.
Yeah, right.
But with that shea, there is nothing like it on the market. It is absolutely incredible. It's designed to help all those dry areas. And when you think of some of those dry areas, like what hits you the most when the weather starts to change? Dry.
Like
joints.
which areas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like,
My legs, I'm like, I can't wear a dress up in this place right now.
Yeah.
I would think like that's why like your joints, wherever I'm moving the most, and like even if I think about like my elbows, my knees, my ankles, like everything is just crispy.
You do not feel sexy when you feel crispy.
Yes, right. No one wants to be crispy, so making sure that we've got that. And this product is sourced from West Africa. It's naturally rich in skin-loving vitamins E and A. I mean, it's everything good for your skin, and just keeping that glow again.
Right.
The whole season.
It's so true. I used to work at a tanning bed growing up. I know that's an ultimate no-no, but so many lotions that are store-bought strip your fake tanners right off. And I love using the Euphoria and the Cocoa Glow together because it helps prolong it rather than stripping it. And that is like money.
Right. And I think, even though we know you have your tanning history background, wasn't it a big thing to sell to say, yeah, you can use here's a tanning, agent that you can use, but here's a moisturizer that you should use afterwards so that it prolongs it. Like I always remember, because I did it too, I know. But they were always like, here's this like hemp lotion that you can use to prolong your tan. And I was like, oh yeah, duh, obviously I'm going to buy.
I sold that like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
buy
right?
it all. Bye.
So I think one of the things, Stacey, then like I think you could bundle these products. So I mean, even if I think I had the pricing right on this, but you guys can double check your COO and make sure. But Cocoa Glow is I think $30, and if the Euphoria Shea Cream is $49, so total it would be $79, and you could offer it for like $70. Like that's a 10% discount, but they would get the two and then it'd be done. Like I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I love that idea, but Listen to me. You said $70. I would go one less just for the 69 factor.
Oh, wait, why?
I love it.
Why the 69 factor? No, I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. It's that dollar less. That's like that increment, but not. I was making a pun about the number, Stacey. And
Oh, and I would have never thought of that. Because really, you want 77 because you get 8 more.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry.
She showed up today.
Sorry.
This is too good.
So what else can we think about? When you're covering up, but you still want to keep things firm.
Yeah.
Body boost is
That's my jam.
it. Seriously.
How do you sell it?
How do I sell body boost?
Yeah.
I just take a picture of my face close up. No, seriously. People are always like, why don't you have wrinkles? I'm like, Miracle Oil and Body Boost. But how do you sell it at parties is to honestly just talk about the product itself. It is, when you look at firming creams are very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive. And a firming cream that actually works is
Like
hard
exorbitant.
to find,
Right.
And so our price point on the Body Boost is phenomenal. And taking just a couple before and after pictures with you, tasteful pictures,
Yes.
that aren't unrealistic, but just taking those. I love to put it on the tops of people's hands.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, because you can show the age of a woman by her hands.
Oh,
So
wow.
I like to have them apply it to the top of a hand in a circular motion and then compare the two hands while feeling how moisturized it is.
So good.
Wow, I just you resold me on it as if I'm a sucker for this anyway, but wow, that's an amazing way to demo it.
Caffeine and aloe, tighten, tuck, tone, it's
Tight and right.
That's it. That's
Well, and here's
it.
the thing is that even in the fall, so here's something that I even do, even though it's summer, but I think you can tee this up and sell it in the fall, is layering. So the second that you put the Body Boost on your body, putting leggings over it and going to sleep with it, it just helps that moisturize, keep moisturized all night long. So it doesn't absorb fully. It just kind of keeps it locked in. So you can say, this is the season to do that. You know what I mean?
Think about it. You think about you put, I was going to call it Revive, but the
It's changed.
Yes,
Yeah, the
it
new
has
Healy
the Healy
line.
line.
Yeah.
But the same product, right? Just in a different container. But we always tell them if you're going to put that on your feet to extend your, your pedicure, or especially in the wintertime now, just to keep them from looking like horse hoofs, right?
And I'm a runner. I don't know if there's any other runners out there, but my feet are oh gosh, they're embarrassing. But that's
Right.
the one thing that I found that I'm thank goodness.
Well, and you put socks over it.
Yes. And
Right? You put socks, you put it on, you put something over top of them while you sleep, and then it moisturizes and, softens while you're
yes.
knocked out. So I can see the same concept working with that Body Boost. Firm believer again.
Love it.
So,
Stacey, your face is just our sample product for everything that we have.
so I did, we were talking about this social selling all the time. And I really think I'm starting to understand it, and just, doing those fun videos and making fun of myself. And so I did one the other day talking about, Miracle Oil was what I was doing, but Firm Believer is one of the big ones too.
Yeah.
And I said, people always want to know why my skin looks so great. And I held up my oil of Olay. And I'm like, well, I'm fancy because I got my oil of Olay. So that's not what's saving my skin. It's this Miracle Oil and the Firm Believer,
Yeah.
right? So, and these are wonderful.
They smell good too.
They are fantastic.
It's all essential oil like that. I mean, I use it. I use it on my just around the, not obviously directly on my eye, but around the crow's feet, and then a little bit I roll it on my neck too, with Body Boost. I use both because my face just feels like
a
fresh
baby's
to
butt.
death. Yeah.
Well, that, and it's the essential oil trend even right now. It's if you're not capitalizing on that, they are the thing.
Yeah, they
right
sure
now.
are.
So give them one that works, and it's going to be the thing.
Right. And I think going off of that, fall is when it's everyone is so focused on scents and smells and things because we're just so hyper. We're locked into environments now because it's getting colder outside, and so now you're more aware of smells. So that's why we like candles in the fall. It feels warm and everything. So that's why you can introduce these natural essential oils too to, see, there's so many products that we can talk about. Stacey, how about we talk about those lubricants that we just launched?
Well, I mean,
Stacey, be careful here. Just talk about the lubricant, how you sell it. Okay, that's all we're looking for.
I'm going to do it. But I mean, whipped caramel buttercream. and, sensations. Maple bacon.
I don't know about you guys, but this is like a diet girl's dream.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's everything I've ever wanted, but I don't have to
Calorie
on my
free.
diet.
But Heather, I
taste.
thought I pulled up on you the other day and you were sitting in your car, like spraying a little bit of that sensations into your mouth. Was that you?
Yeah, it might have been. Cece, don't tell people about that.
She wanted a little bit
She
of
was
breakfast
hungry.
in her car. Okay.
But these are just such amazing kissable flavors, and they're fall. I mean, how cute to bundle these up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, for real, like just the combination of the two. They're
Right.
fat-free, sugar-free. You can use them for fun in the bedroom. It's keep warm, right? You're going to fall back in love with these flavors.
Yeah.
You're so punny.
All right, you're gonna have to come over to the communications team because you're doing all these little cutesy things. Okay, so I'm gonna deliver a whipped caramel buttercream demo,
Let me
and
hear
then
it.
I want to hear your sensations. Okay, all right. What's the icing on top of foreplay? How about whipped caramel buttercream? All right, well there we go. Buttercream.
It's so good.
A creamy, kissable flavor that tastes just like a fall favorite, caramel buttercream. Perfect for oral favors and for couples' toys like C-rings or mail sleeves. Dessert is on you tonight.
Ooh.
That was pretty good. Demo war. Stacey, go.
All right. So, who here likes breakfast in bed? Heat up your fall bedroom foreplay with sensations. It goes on cool, but once you add some friction and warmth, like hot, sexy breath, the heat will feel so thrilling you will have sworn you and your partner started a fire.
Okay.
Dang.
All right.
I have a hard time with this because I love everyone to win, but Stacey's our special guest, so to be polite, I'm going to say she won.
What? Wow. Sorry. Okay, it's fine. I have a coffee, so I'm going to get through this. Stacey, amazing. I think that that's an awesome demo, and I think we talked about these things really, really well. If you were going to try and spin the products themselves into a way to book a party, how would you do that? Like, how could you text someone or start a conversation about it? Can you give us just like a script or not a script, but like what would you say?
Well, am I talking with someone?
Let's do a text message because I think that's we'll get to talking later on.
You're
with-
good. I
with
was just
some
verifying
sponsoring.
here. I was just so we've got I like short and sweet and I like personalized. So something with hey Sue, did you know 9 out of 10 women felt that sex was more pleasurable and comfortable with a lubricant? This fall you can warm up with our Sensations Maple Bacon or enjoy a creamy taste of the season with our caramel buttercream whipped. If you book a party with me in September, you can get either one of these for free. We could do a foxy in flannel party.
What do you
think?
Yes, I love that because then you're
That was
like,
good.
you're teasing it up.
That would not be read receipted.
Yeah, you would get an immediate response because first of all, I want to do that theme party. Stacey, I'm just going to put that in your ear. And you're telling them you get the little taste of the season. How fun is that? And it's a new product, something that they wouldn't have had exposure to before. So those are some awesome mini demos for those products. Imagine how much fun you can have at a fall themed party. But I think then now, so you're freshening up your demo with these fall products. So how do you avoid being basic?
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Okay, so let's bring our audience up to speed, Herb. Basic is like your run-of-the-mill, no unique qualities. It's just...
Yeah, just like blah. Like,
Right.
no one wants to be blah. You
No.
don't want your parties to be blah. You don't want your outfit to be blah. You don't want your personality to be blah.
No. So
Don't be basic.
We're not going to be basic. Okay. We're going to think about Pure Romance's mission. This is what I'm going to challenge our listeners to do. There are 3 things: empower, educate, and entertain. Which one speaks to you? And I want you to stick with that and avoid being basic. So for example, at one point I was a consultant doing things, right, Stace?
Yes, ma'am.
And for me, I was attracted to that education piece. It was my shtick. It was what felt comfortable to me because I could entertain and make jokes, but I really liked that education factor. And that was what helped me avoid being basic. Like I wasn't just reciting a script. I was really feeling it and feeling the products and my mission and what I was doing and letting that live out in a party because I was so attached to the education piece. So what other things can you do to avoid being basic and owning this season? We talked about it. It's fall party themes. Okay, so grab your flannel, toss the football aside, visit that Pure Romance page. We also have a Pinterest page. These are all available on your September, October monthly strategy pages that are on your COO underneath the training tab. And we've talked about Foxy and flannel, but there's this other one that I love because this is me, but it's on Saturdays because my husband watches the other football, soccer. So it's suddenly single Sundays. So because your partner like up and leaves you, and you're like, what am I supposed to do?
So true.
That is good.
Right? Okay, so Amy Peel on the training team, she came up with that. I have to give a shout out to her. It was so cute. So what else can you do with with this?
I think you can also think about products. Like in the spring and summer, you're obviously drawn towards more different scents, different colors,
Lighter,
different products. Yeah. And when you transition into fall, it's kind of like you want to change up everything. So you could change, instead of Sweet Fantasy or Truly Sexy Flirt, you could sell Love Story or Amore. And instead of the Truly Sexy Flirt perfume, how about Seventh and Plum or Dirty French?
Ooh, Dirty French.
Oh my gosh, it smells so, it's like heaven.
It sure is.
Honestly, I need 17 bottles. Stacey, by the way, I'm going to talk to you after this episode. Other things like Bosom Buddy Pina Colada for Bosom Buddy Vanilla Cupcake. With an In Good Hands, instead of swapping it, you could add on a hot heart massager because people want to be all warm and cozy.
Sure.
Fractionated coconut oil. You know what I think you would also love? The Burning Desire massage candle.
Yes.
There's so many different swap this for that different type of products. And this is going to be on that COO page too.
Yes, it sure will.
You can pull that report on your COO, see who bought what, see where you can follow up. Also good.
But Herb, you said something to me that it's fall season, but isn't it also something else?
So it's cuffing season.
What is cuffing season?
I know it's such a trendy word, but it's true. So say you're like someone who's usually like, I'm single, I'm good, I'm independent, I don't need no man or woman, I got myself. But then all of a sudden this time of year comes around and you're like, I kind of like want to be with someone.
You want to cuddle with someone.
I want someone, and your dog's just not cutting it anymore. But I think it's really fun to think about it. Like you don't necessarily have to have that man or woman. You can apply this to your business.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. So think of it in your team. Think of it being cuffing season for, bringing on a new gal.
Yeah, right. So so talk to me about that then. So when it comes to sponsoring, let's dive into that. That's our last topic we want to cover today.
I think sponsoring is so often a mindset. I don't think you should think about sponsoring as who you want to join your team. Sometimes that sounds so official. Think about it more casually, like, who do I want to get coffee with?
Yeah.
Like, I want to get coffee with Stacey, so I'm going to go hang out with Stacey. And then if she decides to bring up the opportunity, then we go from there. But
I like that.
I think it's about just making those genuine connections before you spin it into an opportunity, which we talk a lot about this in episode 11, sharing the opportunity, the previous episode. So make sure you listen to that, because I think we dive really deep into sponsoring there.
The role play in that episode.
Every time I hear role play, my mind goes straight to the gutter. And that is what I get for working at Pure Romance. But oftentimes the connections that are built on trust are the ones that will really progress into support for your business.
Right.
So, Stacey, tell us how you close the deal and how sponsoring is working for you right now.
Right.
Well, I'm going to tell you, in last October, I had a recommitment ceremony with my business.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. Well, 14 years in the business, and you have those ups and downs, and you're like, I don't know, things had changed so much, and then, just a couple parties, and literally a couple parties at the end of the month, it was like we were engaged again. We're newlyweds. And
I love that.
You're excited again.
Yeah, but I think it's important for everybody to know that. But with that, I think that newfound excitement and that newfound recommitment to the business has truly opened my mind and opened opportunities for me. I've been cuffing a lot.
It's a good use of that. Good job.
Yes. So, and I don't usually get to say that, but lots of cuffing going on. And I will tell you, for those of you out there listening, that if I would have talked to my 14-year ago self, I wish I would have done this. I know it sounds crazy. Get on the phone.
What? You're taking it old school.
But let me tell you, even this grandmother, sorry.
Yes,
I am very, it petrified me. And so what I found was how I make it comfortable for me is I used Google like a Google form.
Yeah.
And literally, I have this really neat, it's a survey for somebody that's interested in an opportunity. And so what I did is, if say you're at a party and you're not ready to sign up, I'm like, hey, I would love if you could you fill out this survey, and then we can just talk, and just fill in the blanks and see if this is going to be a good fit.
Yeah.
And so what's been very interesting is everyone fills it out for me. And I think it's because I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
And then what it's done for me is, number one, I find out their objections. I find out why they want to do it, but more importantly, what's holding them back. And then when I make that phone call, because I have to make the phone call.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they took the time to fill out this form with an expectation that I'm going to do the phone call. So, I have to keep my word now. And so it's been just such a blessing. People are glad to hear from me. And it's turned a lot of I'm not sure into I want to cuff. I want to join your team, Stacey, right?
Stacey, can I want to say something really fast, is I think that the fact that they get to answer their objections in this, not straight directly to you in a conversation, I think that is something that is so terrifying for not only consultants, but the person being asked the question. If they're not comfortable, or if they have to say no to you right now, it puts both people in an uncomfortable situation. So now you're kind of giving them this option to say, you know what, think about it and be honest. So instead of them just kind of coming up with this, quick, maybe it's not even a true objection for them, they're just kind of brushing it off of the top of their head right away. They get to sit down, they get to think about it, and they're more connected with that disconnect, or with that obstacle, which then allows you to really take advantage of reviewing that information and giving them a call that tailors your response to that. Like, I feel like they're more engaged that way, because you're giving them that opportunity. Yeah. That's really cool.
I also love that it holds you accountable, because if they took the time to fill the survey out, you have to take the time to call them. So I think that it's a two-way street.
Right.
We have to expect with them what we need to expect from ourselves. So.
Well, and here's the other piece of it. Even the girls that, Stace, I'm not ready yet. And I mean, there's more of them than there's more than
sure.
That have joined. But, I literally have figured out, hey, no problem. I would love to stay connected. How about, join my, let's be friends on Facebook. I literally have like little texts that go, Stacey, I don't have the money right now. No worries. Hey, listen, I'd love to stay connected. Let me get you into Facebook, and then we'll put you in our group. And, what's been interesting about that is then they're in my group, and they're actually learning how to be a consultant via the social method. And then when a kit special does come up, now I'm finding that it's easier for them to sign up.
So this group, what do you call it? Is this your opportunity group?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I've tried the money train, but I'm about as ADD as they come. So I have a super interactive, it's just my client group.
What we call a VIP
What you would
page.
call a VIP. Mine's my glam squad.
Yeah.
And so, it's fun, and we do lives. And so it's just this really neat group. And what I tell the women who were interested in the opportunity but not ready, just get in there, look around. When the time is right, I'm not going anywhere. And so I think that they're seeing the ease of social selling inside that group. And so it's just really been, because for me, the money train, they weren't seeing that aspect of it. And I want them to learn what I'm doing before they sign up.
Right.
I love that.
That is just genius.
And tell them what you told us right before about what happened yesterday from this method.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, literally I did a live last night and was like, hey, I have 3 coupon codes left. And if somebody doesn't get them by 11:59 p.m. ET, and
she's reading our emails so well.
Yes, well, because I have a team across the world, so I always have to know the time zone. But I mean, and that was it started at 8:30 last night. So at 9:30, I ended up 3 different girls took those opportunities.
Woo,
because
that's amazing. I knew I had to pull that out of her because she's so humble.
But that's
3
amazing. People in one night.
The proof is in the pudding.
And you know what? Actually, I want you to answer this question. How long it doesn't have to be every girl, but were they a member of your group? Did it take some time, or did it happen fast, did you find, with them being in your group? From the time that you had the survey exchange and add them into your group, how fast?
I would 2 months max.
That's cool. Like, I think that tells us it takes some time too. It's you're establishing this relationship and you're showing them for 2 months in your group what it is and how it can be in this social selling. So I think that's important. So I think people also just try and look for these really fast results, but just like we're warming things up, you got to warm up leads too. So
I get better with age. I figure having them, the more days they can spend in that group, the more prepared they're going to be.
Right.
To be off on their own.
And that's confidence that translates into them taking action, which is ultimately how you get someone to sponsor. Or how you get someone to join. That is so awesome. And I think you really touched on, ultimately at the end of the day, closing should feel natural. It's, again, like what Herb said earlier, it's that, who are you looking to get coffee with? These women were probably watching you and they just found all these different ways to connect with you and feel confident about the opportunity. It's probably at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, I did a party with Stacy, but I would just love to get to know her, or you know what I mean? Like, just be around her more. I want to get coffee with her. It's now, again, it's about you. It's not about pure romance. It's not about the products that we have. You've made it about you and you've made it about them, which is exactly how it works and why you got 3. All like, so like, just as a matter of just one day, like you just warm them up to the point that they were like, there you go.
Yeah. Why you got 3, but also like you said, 14 years.
14 years. And it took me 14 years to find, and I believe what I did was finally gave myself permission. Everyone presents such great ideas that work for them. But I think for the first time in my career, I sat down and I said, what is going to work for you? And are you going to do it? And, I pulled from every resource, but I had to commit to something that I was going to do. And it just flows. And so I would just tell people to take some time and listen, take your nuggets, and then really think of what are you going to follow through for?
Stacey, that is,
I think I just got goosies.
I know. Did you get some goosies?
I did.
Stacey just pointed to her and she's like, yes. I love that so much. And you know what? This has been an incredible episode. Stacey, I always love having you. You've got some amazing insight. What's your handle so people can follow you, like on Instagram, like just so that people can follow you to make sure they see how you're doing this social selling and stuff?
On Instagram, that would be all Instaglam.
Yeah.
She's so great.
Oh my God, it's too good. Okay, well, that is a wrap for today's STRATCAST episode on tips to pumpkin spice latte, or PSL, your fall business. I feel like it's time to get another coffee. How about you guys?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
So fun.
Bye.
Bye.